trusted news source, ABC6 News at Noon.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Doreen Scanlon. We start today with a story developing at noon. Providence detectives working to solve the city's 9th homicide of the year. It happened about 8 o'clock last night on Waverly Street. ABC6 News reporter Natalie Norrie is following the developments. She is live with details new at noon. Natalie?
Doreen, no arrests have been made since this deadly shooting last night, and detectives are still here as well as police guarding while the investigation continues. Neighbor told me that this location right here is some kind of workshop that installs radio systems in cars, so there tends to be a lot of action at night in the area, but police are not confirming whether or not this was a targeted shooting. Details are still limited at this time. All we know is that multiple shots were fired last night, and the 28-year-old man was found dead inside when officials arrived. This marks the 9th homicide of the year, according to police. This number lower than in years past. And police are still working to identify a person of interest at this time. Like I said, detectives just got back to the scene, and they're actually going in and out of local businesses right now, talking to people there. But they told us more information should be coming out later today. So we'll have that for you right here on ABC6. For now, reporting live in Providence, Natalie Norrie, ABC6 News.
All right, Natalie, thank you. And happening now, take a look at these images coming to us from Argentina. Those are fans taking to the streets to celebrate the team's World Cup win. Argentina and Lionel Messi beat France in a thrilling final Sunday morning. Throngs of fans out in the streets this morning as the team arrives back home. Today has been declared a national holiday for the victory parade. And we turn now to our forecast as we take a live look outside right now. Here's the view from our sky cam. An actually gorgeous sunny afternoon out there. Still chilly out there, but we'll take this sunshine for now, Nick.
Yeah, that's right, Doreen. Yes, the sunshine looks really nice, and it does have a little bit of effect on the skin, but the wind is kind of stealing that away today. Wind chills are in the upper 20s right now, 28 in Wakefield, 29 in Newport. And there's that sky cam. Temperature 39, but that wind blowing 10 miles per hour. The high pressure cell is going to move on top of us tonight, so the wind is going to go calm. Right now, temperatures across southern New England, Rhode Island, upper 30s. But look off to the north and west. We have an Arctic outbreak in the Dakotas right now. Minneapolis is at 2, Bismarck 10 below 0. That air is coming for this weekend. But for now, we've got some calm weather moving in with mainly clear skies. So the day planner showing sunshine throughout the rest of the day. Clear sky tonight, temperature dropping to 30 by midnight with calm conditions. And then tomorrow we'll be right back up to the lower 40s with a good deal of sunshine. First day officially of winter tomorrow. Winter solstice arrives at 4:48 in the afternoon. We'll talk about a rain and windstorm moving our way and that cold that you saw out in the Dakotas that is coming in for the weekend. All that's just ahead with the extended forecast.
All right, thank you, Nick. Checking your health news today as illnesses like the flu, COVID, and RSV continue to spike before the winter months. Pharmacies like CVS and Walgreens are now limiting the amount of kids' pain relief products you can purchase. ABC6 News reporter Yanni Tregelis hears from concerned parents.
Empty shelves in pharmacies across the country. And now major stores like CVS and Walgreens putting a cap on the amount of child medicines like Tylenol and other pain relievers you can purchase.
No doubt it'll be more difficult. It'll definitely make things difficult. And I hope some kind of solution can come through this.
Walgreens limiting customers to 6 over-the-counter products from its online store. Meanwhile, at CVS, you can now buy just 2 products at a time. The Woonsocket-based pharmacy confirming the restraints in a statement to ABC6, saying, quote, there is currently a 2-product limit on all children's pain relief products, and that the company is committed to meeting its customers' needs and working with suppliers to ensure its continued access.
There's really already not medicine that you can give them. So whenever if they get a fever or something, the only relief that you can offer them is already being limited. It kind of sucks.
There are times where not just me, but a lot of parents will need a lot more than 2 painkillers or 2 medicines.
Both Edna Rodriguez and Mohammed Osama Sayed have kids 1-year-old and younger at home. And like many parents, they're feeling the pressure heading into this winter.
They don't come in big quantities already. So if you got a kid that's sick for more than just 2 days, it's hard to find medicine already.
As parents like Edna look for alternatives, some experts recommend turning to generic brand products or visiting compound pharmacies like JB Pharmacy and Compounding in Warwick, which says with a prescription, they will compound child pain relievers.
Already in the past month or two, she's gotten sick, and it's hard to find medicine for her. And now that they're limiting it, it's going to be a little more tougher than what it is now.
And as for how long these shortages might last, some experts say they could go into early next year in some communities, as things may not get better until there are enough workers to both deliver the products and stock the shelves. Reporting at CVS headquarters, Yanni Trigelis, ABC6 News.
All right, Yanni, thank you. And now to today's headlines. First responders in Westerly pulling a man out of the Pawcatuck River after his car went into the water. According to police, the man drove off Cogswell Street in Stonington right into the river. His car floated downstream until it stopped at the Route 1 bridge and the state border. First responders were able to get him out of the car. That car will be taken out of the water a little bit later on today. Police in Swansea are looking for thieves who broke into a music store. The break-in happened at Ray Mullen Music right on Swansea Mall Drive late Sunday night. The front door was pried open with a crowbar. The thieves gone by the time police got there. Surveillance footage shows two people breaking into the store, walking away with several high-end guitars worth thousands of dollars. And in Central Falls, 3 people sent to the hospital after a fire at the Wyatt detention facilities. According to officials, a small fire broke out inside a cell Monday afternoon. Firefighters able to put it out quickly. A corrections officer and 2 inmates were sent to the hospital for smoke inhalation. How it started is still being determined. 2 former Patriots players arrested. One of them, Hall of Fame inductee Willie McGinnis. This happened out in California. McGinnis accused of assaulting a man with a bottle inside a restaurant or club in West Hollywood. Witnesses identified McGinnis at the scene. He did go to the police station to give a statement and was arrested there. He posted bond and was released. Police do have surveillance video of the incident to work with. And former Patriots cornerback J.C. Jackson was booked at the Bristol County Jail Monday afternoon. According to Sheriff Hodgson, Jackson was arrested for a nonviolent family issue. He didn't give any more information. Jackson appeared in probate court in Fall River before being brought to jail. Jackson is currently a cornerback for the LA Chargers. And COVID hits the URI men's basketball team, causing them to cancel a game. The Rams announcing Monday that the non-conference finale against Milwaukee. The game was supposed to be played Thursday, but the program saying there's been players and staff testing positive for COVID. The Rams do expect to be able to play the A10 opener on New Year's Eve against Duquesne. If you have a ticket, you should contact the URI box office for a refund. Still to come here on ABC6 News at noon, a new White House tradition. Why President Biden says he's added a menorah to the holiday decorations in D.C. this year. Plus, Northern California waking up to a serious earthquake. We'll take a look at some of the damage. Checking national headlines now, starting a new White House tradition. President Biden and First Lady Dr. Jill Biden hosted a Hanukkah reception last night, adding the first ever White House menorah to the official collection. During his remarks, President Biden taking note in the rise in anti-Semitism around the country, saying that silence is complicity and America won't be silent. The menorah was created by the White House Carpentry Shop. Parts of Northern California were struck with a 6.4 magnitude earthquake Tuesday, just after 2 in the morning local time. Utility tracker PowerOutage.us reports roughly 55,000 households and businesses were left in the dark as a result. A number of other quakes, smaller than the first one, hit the area afterward, according to officials. And now to the battle at the border. The Supreme Court ordering Title 42, the pandemic-era policy restricting immigration, to remain in place temporarily. It comes as Texas sends hundreds of National Guard soldiers to El Paso, where the number of migrants continues to strain city resources. ABC's Morgan Norwood is at the border in El Paso with more.
The rollback of Title 42, the Trump-era health policy keeping asylum seekers from entering the U.S., now on pause. The Supreme Court temporarily halting the policy's expiration after 19 GOP-led states filed an appeal. The Supreme Court asking the Biden administration to respond today. But while that court battle plays out, migrants, men, women, and children escaping corruption and violence in their home country continue to pour into El Paso in droves.
We're going to continue to proceed as if it was being lifted. We want to make sure that we're prepared.
Hundreds of Texas National Guard troops now on the ground to help the city try to manage the steady flow of migrants. This video provided to ABC News by Texas Congressman Tony Gonzalez, appearing to show overcrowding at the El Paso Processing Center. On the streets, migrants huddled around a campfire. Javier Garcia came here from Venezuela. He says it's worth it. We want to go through because we had a dream of crossing and working and raising our family and helping out parents who stayed there. Back in Washington, the White House pressed on its response, saying it's surging resources to the border.
We have additional robust planning underway, but we need Congress to give us the funds we've requested to do this in a safe, orderly, and humane way.
According to authorities, more migrants are expected in the coming days, and authorities here in El Paso are working with the Red Cross to find a shelter big enough to house 10,000 cots. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, El Paso, Texas.
New Nick has your full 7-day forecast, including an ugly Friday on tap. Stay with us.
And now, your ABC6 Storm Tracker weather with meteorologist Nick Morganelli.
And welcome back to ABC6. Thanks for watching today. We have a sunny day out there. There's a little bit of a breeze, but not too bad. But we have a storm that's coming. So we have 2 days of calm weather, if you will. But then Friday is when we're going to get the rain and the wind. It's actually Thursday night and Friday. And there'll be some coastal concerns with this as the wind ramps up as well. Those vulnerable locations right at the shoreline, if you live in an area that is prone to wave action and erosion and that kind of thing, we're going to be dealing with that on Friday. Dangerous wind of 40 to 60 miles per hour possible. The strongest would be Friday afternoon and an Arctic Christmas weekend as a cold surge of air comes in. Look at the nation right now. We've got just a couple of flurries here rolling through the Great Lakes, rain off to the south. Really pretty quiet, but look at all the colors lit up here. This is all related to cold weather, and this is a wind chill warning. Wind chills in this area, in the Dakotas and parts of the northern plains, are 30 to 60 degrees below zero. That is extreme cold, and it is dangerous cold. Some of that is coming our way. It will not be nearly as bad when it gets here, but certainly we'll have wind chills around zero for this weekend. We'll see that in the 7-day forecast. For today, we have the clear sky and the high pressure moving on top of us tonight. So that's going to give us the calm wind tonight, and tomorrow, very light wind because of the high pressure moving on top of us. Then the high starts to move out on Thursday morning. The flow will be freshening off the ocean, so we could get some showers in here during the afternoon on Thursday, but really the moisture starts to ramp up Thursday night and then Friday as well. Here's Thursday, 11 o'clock. It's pouring or pockets of moderate to heavy rain. The low pressure system, the storm, is sliding up through the Great Lakes into the Quebec province of Canada, and then it will sit and spin around up in here. But this is the flow. It's a warm southerly flow, and it's a very moist flow off the ocean. And there's a very strong wind here midday Friday. We could see some damage from this wind, and also maybe some power outages as tree branches could come down and knock out the power. The other thing is, after this storm is the wind chill. Here's Thursday at noon. These are the wind chill temperatures out here, 20, 30 below zero. And we don't have a wind chill yet, but look where it goes. It goes down to the south, 11 below in Cleveland, and then it turns northward so that by Saturday morning, this is Friday night, 10 o'clock. The wind chill is already in the single numbers here. And then overnight Friday into Saturday morning, wind chill in the single numbers. So get ready for some extreme cold after this rainstorm. 22 tonight, starlit, not much wind at all. Sunny, and 40 tomorrow. So very similar to the day today, only less wind. So that's good news. 7-day forecast, there it is. Thursday, we cloud up. We get the showers in here during the afternoon. They could start as early as 1 or 2 o'clock with some mist or spotty light shower, but it really ramps up Thursday evening where we start to get steady rain and then heavy rain, especially during the morning hours on Friday. It's going to continue pretty much for much of the daylight hours on Friday.
Yeah.
And that wind will be really severe. So severe wind and then severe cold.
Right, adding on to it. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, thank you so much.
All right.
We pick up the litter next today at noon. Today, meet Marshall, a white bunny looking for a new home. That's coming up next.
Pick of the Litter on ABC6 is brought to you by Pet Supplies Plus.
Our favorite point in the week. We get to do Pick of the Litter. Megan here from the RISPCA. And this is Marshall the bunny.
Yeah, this is Marshall the bunny. He's about 5 or 6 months old and has been with us for a few months. So originally Marshall came in with his sister, who we learned was his brother. And Marshall is also, so Marshall is a boy. And so, you know, when they're young, it is really hard to kind of identify, you know, their genders. So come to find out they were 2 boys. So he's still very young, but very nice, kind of social rabbit.
I was going to say the most noticeable thing other than his color, he's very handsome, but he's just been so chill this whole time.
Yeah, so he came back to us because he was adopted out for a small window of time, but they weren't really prepared for care for a rabbit. So, you know, we do obviously recommend that folks do their research before adopting and kind of figure out, you know, what that care is going to look like. You know, no pet is easy, but, you know, rabbits typically don't like being held. They like being pet.
Is there a certain way to pet them though, with the ears?
Yeah, so, you know, just kind of in the direction of the fur and, you know, just kind of right there. And he's,
look at that.
But, yeah, he's just a nice little bun, and again, very young. So rabbits can live, you know, up to around 10 years old. So it is, you know, a lifetime commitment. But he's a really sweet guy. We have a couple bonded rabbits at the shelter right now too, and he could potentially bond with another rabbit. But you know, like I said, he came in with another one, and we found out they were boys, and kind of into adolescence, brothers did not really want to hang out with each other that much. But I mean, I think in the future he could potentially, you know, live with another bun.
Well, I must say, I think Marshall would make the best pet ever. How could someone get in contact with you?
So they can go on our website. It's rispca.com. You can fill out an application. You could also find contact information for our small animal coordinator, and you can email her if you have questions about any cats or small animals or any other animals on our website.
Appreciate the time as always, Megan. Thank you.
Thank you,
Marshall. More ABC6 News at noon after this.
Well, change happens. The Bank of England revealing the new banknotes that'll now feature King Charles III. Any currency with Queen Elizabeth II will remain in circulation until it gets worn or damaged. England is banking on King Charles's cash to start circulating by mid-2024. There he is.
All right.
The money. Yeah, how about a change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something to collect, I guess.
Exactly, right? Right
now.
now.
Around here. All right, so let's take a look at what's happening for tonight. We've got a clear sky. The wind goes light. We wake up tomorrow in the low to mid 20s, and then we get to about 40 degrees for tomorrow afternoon. Full sunny day tomorrow with a lighter wind, but it's Thursday night and Friday with the rain and the wind, and then the cold. Look at 56 on Friday afternoon, then it's 18 by Saturday morning. That's a huge change in the weather, and it's just going to like flipping a switch on as the weekend approaches.
Yeah, and we will certainly feel that in a big way. All right.
Unfortunately.
Nick, thank you so much, and thank you for joining us for ABC6 News at noon. The news continues first at 4. Have a great day, everybody.